Hey. My name is Camilla Tyler, and I'm back with another healing video. This will be my last video on this channel. I'm going to create a whole new channel to go with a whole new me. Let's clear the air here. I have a few things I want to talk about. I want to start with some poetry and some quotes of reason and a couple of poems. The quotes of reason come from just waking up and writing a bunch of stuff down. Some of them you've probably heard before, but for me, it just came out. I'm a truth sayer. That's what I do, is I say the truth. Some of you out there who see this aren't going to like this, but I do what God tells me to do. That's very important to me. It's more important than anything because God is the only Father I have ever known. And in light of recent developments between Ancestry.com and 23andMe, I'm starting to get a clearer picture on what has possibly happened to me. Some of you watching this are probably going to be amazed, but I am alive and well. I am alive and well. So, whoever that resonates with, I thank you for your good wishes. And if you don't have good wishes, kick rocks in your socks. That's all I can tell you. And still stay positive. Okay. So quotes of reason. Gang stalking, no questions ever. Why no one filed a missing persons report? And how you going to say I'm missing? You never filed a report. Anyway, I'm just saying. You made me fearless with God on my team. Every bit of hate, evil, and jealousy made me great. You never owned me. You hate me. I'm healed and slavery is abolished. Being the only one who didn't know the secret made me know self-love and God's love. I escaped, thank God. All the gang stalking, cyberbullying, and solitude made me completely unbothered by all. Returning to the past is abusive. So I don't recommend any of you out there do that. Go back to the people who have hurt you, harmed you, want you dead, and all that sort of thing. I think that's abusive. And you should not be in charge of your own abuse. That's what returning to the past is you're in charge of your own abuse if you go back. Don't go back. It's just not worth it. It really isn't. God is my protection, and through him come victories. I feel like a millionaire being free of toxicity and dysfunction. Transmutation of the salty to the sweet. Just because you've blown your crown and dragged many with you, don't expect the same from me. Every person you involved in the madness attached their karma to you. Is it funny now? Is it funny now? The drunken laughter is the only fame you get. You ended the love with the many death spells. Laughter is the best medicine when laughing with others, not at them. Is it funny now? Are you having drunken laughter block parties? Is it funny now? Is it funny now? Because from what I hear, you were laughing so hard at me. I was boo boo the fool, dumb, simple, simple minded motherfucker, as you put it. I'm not laughing at you, nor am I crying for you. I'm sending you peace and love each time I think of you. Your poverty, pain, and ill health is a projection of your wishes for me. Loyalty exists at the moment it is tested. The afterthought is useless. You get that? At the moment your loyalty is tested, that's when it exists. But to come back and say, oh, I shouldn't have done that to you, I should have treated you better, that's useless. That's not useful for you, and it ain't useful for me. Not all losses are negative. Some leave you in a positive state of being. If you were faking it until you make it, what happens if you never make it? Are you just fake? Quotes of reason. Gathering many against one innocent person will lead to your own demise. Stop. Get a hobby. Take a nap. Move around. Do something different. Now you know the haunting is real. Yeah, you know that. If my light irritates your demons, get out of my shine. It's just that simple. I got a little orb. Get out of my shine. In order to have an STD, you have to have sex. I'm saving that for the right one. Ooh, and then he gonna be surprised. Ooh, Lord, he gonna be like happy. I'm an open book, and some of you are illiterate. All souls are ageless. The whole time everyone knew the secret, but all assets and gains are ill-gotten, and you fake rich. Justice is swift, sweet, and solid. I'd rather be homeless and spiritually rich than fake rich living in a mansion. God protects, man rejects. And I have a poem. It is called Health and Well-Being. And here it goes. Health and well-being. Every day is another day to heal the deepest wound, cut by years of a lie told to a child. People held this lie in esteem as if it was the only thing they had that was better. It is true. Those liars held nothing better in a life, but a lie of a person's life. It was probably meant to destroy her so she would come crawling back, severely wounded, with nowhere else to go. It is healthy and promotes healing to never return to the origins of the wounding. Once heaven was free of the devil, was there not peace? Healing daily so that one day the scab will fall off, leaving a scar as a reminder of how deep this pain felt. For knowing that most would remain as an open festering wound, wandering and wondering, leaving blood and innards in their wake. She is not most. She is God's child. God is the only Father she has ever known, the one that loves when so many hate, the one that brings peace when many thrive in destruction. God is the antiseptic and band-aid that hugs the wound until healed. Each time the child looks at this scar now, it is no longer the pain that is remembered. The faded scar now symbolizes the healing that took place, the years of work that went into today's health and well-being. The child is a reminder that God and God alone can heal all wounds, no matter how deep or seemingly impossible. She is living proof that God exists and can help us heal if we allow it to happen. Living proof. This last poem is called Truthful Liars. Stolen at birth, and everyone knows all about the beginning of a child's life. Still, a lifetime exists, and the child does not know. She only suspects that the horrific has happened. She now knows that many around all these years knew the whole time. It is shameful for so many to carry this knowledge, but feel no remorse in not sharing with the child. Imagine if you were this child and the mighty Creator conveys that this is well beyond any lesson intended. That the story of Job is no longer in the scope of things. No one but this child has ever survived this far. The devastation of knowing that your whole life was a lie would take down many to babbling fools, then eventually self-harm. Two dear friends keep the child from those scenarios. The depth of knowing personally the level of hatred many hold makes two dear friends priceless gems. Gems that will never be stolen in plain sight. As shame lay across the minds of the many who knew the truth her whole life, know this. There's nothing that you can do to assuage the guilt you now feel. Mitigation has long passed, for the child has burned in memory the many faces of truthful liars. That's deep, y'all. I'm going to put out something that comes from the days when Africans were enslaved in Americas and beyond. The diaspora, Europe, Australia, the many places that held us enslaved, Texas. Push. Pray until something happens. Pray until something happens. Why is that important? Well, God hears your prayers. And He knows what you feel. He knows your intentions. And He knows, more than anything, what is meant for you. What is a part of you. And that is why I say, this is well beyond anything that's happened to Job or anyone in the Bible or any religious text. The more things are done in the adverse, the more an individual elevates. But even God can come to you and say, this is not my intention. That what is being done to you is beyond the scope of what I wish for you. Hang in there. And what I get out of that is keep praying. Prayers help. They help a lot. And they keep you close to God. You see, the reason people keep up with the insanity is because they believe that eventually you'll break. Well, first of all, they don't believe that you've ascended. Second of all, they don't believe that you're protected. And third of all, they don't believe that you can keep doing what you're doing. They believe that you will eventually break and let your guard down, let them in, and then they will crack you in half. But that's not the truth with me. And that's why I say keep praying, because your prayers keep you close to God. They keep things on your right side. And that's why some of y'all out there are shook, because you're starting to see the effects of what one person, maybe two people, are doing in your community, in your area, around them. You're starting to see it and you're starting to feel it. You're wondering why young people are dying. You're wondering why people are sick. You're wondering why people were healthy last year this time, but this year this time, they don't look right. They're not walking upright. They're constantly smoking, doing drugs, drinking. So for everything that you say that I am, that you got everybody out there convinced and shying away from me in the street and looking at me all funny and stuff, for everything that you say that I am not. It's just not that way. I'm alive, thank God, and I am well, thank God. Because if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be here. Y'all would have got me years ago when you were supposed to get me. But what had happened was I got guided to move, to rotate, to do something different, to go on. And then I get guided to keep shit to myself. Oh my God, I overshared so much in life. Complete strangers knew things about me that I didn't even know. So no, once you get guided and you don't follow that guidance, that is where your troubles come from. A lot of you have been guided to bring me my money, to stop doing what you're doing, to apologize, to come tell me the truth. Now, I can see some of you out there not wanting to come tell me the truth because you might be a little afraid of the old me who will clip you off at the knees. But that ain't me no more. I have no ill will in my heart towards nobody. Not even one of you. I have forgiven every last one of you. I have released you to God. Because that's what I'm being guided to do. Let God handle this. This ain't my fight. It stopped being my fight months ago. I started rotating, moving on, doing something else, having different thoughts in my head. Not thoughts of, why are they doing this to me? Because if you question why, then you don't believe God. You can't question why. You got to have faith. And then behind the faith that I have works. Now, it is a slow process, I have to agree, even for me, but I'm trusting in the process. And I'm allowing it to happen. I am open to receive. and allowing things to happen. So, the reason things are kind of happening in an accelerated rate is simply because some of you won't stop what you're doing. You won't let it go. You won't do something different. I am the one you wake up thinking about, and I am the one you go to bed thinking about. I wake up thinking about God, and I go to bed thinking about God. Not y'all. I left y'all with God. See? So if you got any problems, don't listen to the people telling you that I'm doing stuff to you. I'm not doing anything to anyone. Not one single solitary thing. Nothing. Zero. I don't hurt other humans. I am human. And humans don't hurt humans. Hurt humans hurt humans. But I am not any of that. I am healing. Healing is a day-by-day process. You have to allow it to happen. Your healing is not going to look like your neighbor's healing, and vice versa. But I will say this. If you want to heal, you have to start by doing something different. And the main thing that you can do different is tell the truth. Because since I've been putting out these videos a few months ago, not one single person has come to me and said nothing to me. I get my information from God and DNA. And what that is not saying speaks volumes. You see, I get information from the silence too. So, think about that for a sec. If God put it on your heart to come tell me the truth, then why ain't you done it yet? If you want to heal, if you want things to be different, come talk to me. I can set you on that path. Because there are many, many, many paths. Many times I have started over. Many times I have done things. I can set you on that path. I can help. And that's what I'm here to do. Provide healing help. That's all I got for you today. I love y'all. I send you peace. I send you love. And get at me when you are ready for your well-being to occur. Bye.